quality in music reproduction. That's the primary objective, and not the quantity. Systems that have a lot of power and then they are connected to insensitive speakers, and what we have is that the total result is very average, because very heavy cones, crossovers take all the energy away, and yeah, you have sound pressure, but there's a lot of loss to quality of sound. Dynamics are much more tamed. Even you have 1 kilowatt of power in your super huge amplifiers, they are not going to produce emotional and moving results when you listen to music. Now, if you think about an average room or even a larger room, I would say nobody needs really more than 3 watts of power, because we are not producing sound pressure levels of a huge auditorium. Therefore, we don't need a PA system. PA system, that's for large theaters, and there's no point. We are not in a large theater. We are sitting at home. The PA systems are optimized for sound pressure level. They are not necessarily far from the highest quality. Now, the opposite, what I would argue to this, would be a functional design where quality dominates over the quantity. When we deliver the power and have the high ability to deliver power, then the number or the quantity of that power matters the least, because we can deliver it. It's now about quality. It's what we're concerned about. If the acoustics, that amplifier of 2-3 watts is connected to the right type of speaker, then nobody needs more than a single driver, because multiple drivers, if they are separate from each other, it's impossible that they're going to sound in unison, as one, coherently. They're always going to dissonate. There's a dissonance. A lot of people don't understand this until they hear a direct comparison. We have no perfect components to start off with, and if we add more of these components, then we can't improve the sound quality, we can only worsen it. So the sound quality cannot be improved. It can only be made worse by introducing more and more of imperfect materials and components. That would be the crossover. At the necessary evil to harmonize the drivers between each other, so you have a more flatter frequency response, so that they sing more in tune with each other. Well, that crossover does so much harm, most people are not even aware of. The cost of having multiple drivers is always that they are not going to sound as one, and that has an effect on clarity. It has an overall effect on crispiness of how the sound comes across. You will hear immediately as something is not that direct, something is echoing it. It's like two vocalists singing in the choir, and one is a bit out of tune with the other. So it's supposed to be a duet, right? And the other doesn't catch up, is a bit out of tune, and that's how it's going to be. The crossover, it introduces losses due to capacitor losses, so less energy. There's going to be also some sort of probably DCRs or resistors, reduced dynamics. On the good end, you get a more flatter frequency response, but at what price? Less musicality, less resolution, less transparency, less dynamics, and definitely less coherence than a single driver. We at SW1X Audio Design specialize in functional designs, which means that everything is harmonized together and works together as a unison. Be it speakers, amplifiers, we are specialists on low power valve amplifiers in combination with high sensitivity speakers, like our monitors and our horns, which are based on single driver crossoverless design. Combination of those things together gives you the highest quality that is going to rock your house, rock your room, and going to satisfy you musically, and all the other numbers and everything else around it doesn't really matter.